Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jake the Fate, and in this video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than what I usually do. Now I know I usually do like demos and reviews and guitar wiring stuff, but in this video what I'm going to be doing is kind of like a restoration video. Now I made one in the past and I kind of really didn't explain what I was doing, or I think I didn't, I don't remember. And I got a comment that somebody said that it was fake or something like that. I actually did find that guitar on like some dump, and I just, cleaned it up, and I still have that guitar somewhere. But this guitar is an Epiphone Les Paul Special 2. It's a great beginner guitar. And like I said in a few videos, I work on guitars like as like a little side thing for a little local guitar shop that, is around my area. I help the owner, fix guitars, and I work on the guitars, and, he resells and sells. It could be brand new guitars, it could be old guitars, but, he gave me this guitar to just fix it up and clean it up. And I usually do this to a lot of guitars, but I wanted to make this video just in case somebody has like a guitar, stashed in their garage for years, or in their basement, or anywhere, and it's just been sitting around collecting dust and just got corroded and stuff. It's been scratched up and dinged up. I'm gonna give you guys like a few tips that I like to do, to my personal guitars and to the guitars that I work on, and maybe you guys can grab a few tips from it and do your own thing with it. Yeah, so this guitar is pretty banged up. It's pretty beat. It's really dirty. It's disgusting, pretty much. So I'm gonna take you guys to the workbench, and I'm gonna show you guys step by step on how I clean up these guitars, and I, pretty much get them back into working condition. So without further ado, let's go to the workbench. All right, so here's the guitar. As you guys can see, it's pretty disgusting. There's some like white powder that's there. I have no idea what that is. The poles and the screws on the pickups and the pickup rings, the screws there, are all rusted, and it's just, it's scratched up. It's disgusting. It just looks gross. There's a sticker here, it's annoying to take off. So that's why I don't condone putting stickers onto your guitars, because once you put them on, you're like, oh man, you guys try to scratch this off, and it's just like a horrible thing. But I got a few tricks and tips on how to take this stuff off, so it's not gonna be too hard. Scratches also and everything. The fretboard, really dry. It looks really dry. There's some corrosion going on the actual frets, but the frets, they're actually in really good condition. There's absolutely like no low frets or anything like that. So there's a little bit of a bow, nothing too major. The headstock, there's no cracks or anything. So, overall, it just needs some TLC. Yeah, holy crap. This thing has been through the ringer. But, yeah. The neck's in pretty good condition. I have sweaty hands, I'm sorry about that. But the neck doesn't look too bad. It looks like the fin is chipped off here. Nothing too major. Now, I don't know if this guitar works. I didn't plug it in yet, but we're going to open this up, and yeah, we're just going to get started. I'm going to take everything apart and show you guys step by step on how I go about this. First thing I like to do is obviously, take these strings off, because obviously not going to use them. I think the high E was missing. Oh no, actually the high E is here, the B is missing. So yeah, we're gonna just take these off, just clip those right off. So yeah, got one of those clip-on ones, which is a lot better than the ones that, they just like slip right off. Yeah, look at these strings. They've seen better days. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take everything apart. I'm just gonna get started on the body first. So something I want to point out here, if you guys are not good at soldering, or you guys don't know anything about soldering, I would recommend you guys getting a cheap little soldering iron. You don't need anything like this, like a Weller or anything. Something that, you can get them at like your dollar store or something. But I would recommend you guys taking a picture of how this looks. Like, let's say you guys don't want to install new pickups. You guys want to use the original pickups. Everything that's, on the guitar, you guys want to keep everything original. And you guys are like scared or nervous because, I'll be honest, it is pretty, nerve-wracking if you guys have never done any wiring stuff to, mess around with all this. you know, take a picture of how everything looks. Take out just the pickups, you know, just the pickups and the ground wire that goes onto the guitar. So you guys don't have to like worry about, oh my God, what goes where, what goes where. Let's say with this guitar in particular, it's this black and this red wire that comes from inside the guitar. So that's just basically connected onto the pickup selector switch here, the ground, and then these two wires that are over here. Take a picture of this and then go back and, you know, resolder it. You know, it's not going to take anything, you know, like a rocket scientist or anything, which I know can be nerve-wracking if you've never done it. But I promise you guys, if you guys can take a picture of it, take it off, you know, clean up the guitar, come back and look at the picture and just, you know, put it exactly how it was, it's not going to be a problem. So, you know, recommend you guys, because if you guys go to try to clean this thing with everything on, you guys are going to miss a few things. You guys are going to be like trying to like, you know, get in there like under the pickups. You guys could do it with it, but the way that I'm going to be doing it, I like to take everything off. So I recommend you guys taking everything off. But if you guys aren't familiar with any of this, just take a picture and, you know, it should be pretty easy from there. I ran into a little bit of an issue right here, and this is something that I actually was looking forward to cleaning up and stuff, but these screws over here, they are so rusted that it just stripped. Like, I can't even turn these out. I just can't, because they're already stripped, because they're super rusted. So that's one thing I would say to, if you guys want to upgrade, it's going to be what, like a couple bucks to get new pickup screws at Guitar Center or Amazon or anything. And that's not going to be a problem. I'm going to have to try to find this thing and, you know, drill it in and take this out. Also, that's another thing I wanted to say. Most people, you know, want to upgrade, you know, these potentiometers, especially because this one is really old. You know, something I recommend you guys doing is getting some of this right here, Deoxide D5. You know, you spray some of this inside the potentiometer, give it a couple turns, and I'm pretty sure this thing would have been scratchy, but, you know, now that I actually put some of this in here, it's not going to be that scratchy. Same thing with this one. You know, if this was my personal guitar that I was going to be, let's say this was my guitar, like if I kept this guitar for myself, I would have just swapped these pots out, you know, for something a little bit better. But it's not going to be my guitar, so I'm going to have to use everything that came with it and put it back in, except for these screws. I'm going to have to, I have a bunch of screws here, but you guys can definitely go to like Guitar Center or Sam Ash and, you know, get yourself new pickup screws, or even just go to your local hardware store and try to find these, and it'll be a lot cheaper if you guys go that route. If you guys want to know how I actually tackle this over here, basically just, you know, screw this bit into the screw itself until like I, you know, feel like it's grabbing, and then I just unscrew it back out. You know, it's nothing too hard or anything. All right, so let's say you guys run into something like what I just ran into. You're like going in and it just, you know, the towel completely breaks off. And you could just come in with like any pliers or anything and just start twisting off the actual screw until the whole thing just comes off like that. You know, and that's a little bit more better than having to hope that it comes off. There it is right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You know, and having this happen, like it just breaks like this, it's pretty common. You know, that does happen where it just, you know, and that should happen. If you get lucky where it actually just gets stuck onto the bit and you just unscrew it, then, you know, you guys don't have to worry about that. But if it breaks off, you know, you just take off the pickup or any screw, you break off the head, and then you can just unscrew it with the plier. But yeah, you know, I got all this weird white powder. I really don't know what that is. But yeah, we're up to the point now where I'm just going to take off this sticker, or try to, but you guys see that? That does not want to come off. So I'm going to clean this up. Spray. I made this cleaner spray thing. It's just some water with I forgot what I mix. I just make a bunch of stuff, but you know, it's just regular. You guys can even just clean it with water, just so this is just to clean off the dirt on top. And I do recommend you guys using brand new shop towels, or you know, cloths or anything, but just make sure that they're clean and brand new, or even if they're not new, you know, that they're clean. And I always recommend you guys to use different towels or cloths for any kind of liquid. So if you guys are using this for that, make sure you guys just use that for that. For any other compounds, make sure you guys use it for that specific, because if you guys start mixing it and you guys start seeing things that you guys don't like, you know, I already told you guys. Right now we're just gonna be cleaning off the, oh, actually I need to take this off here. Where the hell? 1 second, guys. Where'd I put my fucking screw head? No, for where'd I put it? And yeah, guys, again, I'm using Ryobi. Don't make fun of me. I do work in construction. I wouldn't take this to a job site at all. But for purposes like this, when it's like little things like this, you know, little screws and little things around the house, you know, you can't go wrong with it. This is basically just cleaning it with some water and like some Windex. You know, it's not going to be beautiful, but from what it was to where it is not too bad. So now with the dings, like there's a pretty major ding right over here. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to fix that because like right here, like if this was my personal guitar, I would have sanded this whole thing off and just, you know, put some wood filler. A guitar at this price range, you know, for the quality of this guitar, I don't even think that's going to be necessary. But if it was me, or if I was reselling this guitar, I'd probably recap it, you know, take off the finish, the paint, seal everything off. You know, this would have looked a little bit better. Seal everything off, and then, you know, refinished it. But since it's not mine, I can't do anything like that. Plus, I was told not to worry about that stuff. Now I'm gonna get started on this stuff right over here. So as you guys can see, this is a major thing that a lot of kids, I'd say kids because I did the same thing when I was a kid. You know, we put stickers on our guitars and we're like, yeah, dude, we're so punk. And then you guys kind of regret it because when you guys go to take this off, it's like, Mom, my guitar's fucked. And then you guys got like all this sticky residue on it, and you guys are like, oh no. So, you know, you guys can try to take this off as much as possible, which is not that bad, but then you guys have all that nasty stuff in the bottom. Now, a good thing to do, if you guys don't want to go down the route that I'm going down, is using some good old Goo Gone. You know, you guys put some Goo Gone on this, and it'll take it all right off. But I'm a huge DIYer, so I like to make my own things. I've concocted this little home remedy thing here, which most of you guys are gonna be like, oh, that looks familiar. It's just basically some coconut oil with some, what is this? Coconut oil, baking soda, and some orange essential oils, which is basically what's in Goo Gone. So, you know, I just like to, there's a lot of things that I just randomly make. Me and my wife were huge DIYers, so, you know, we just like to come up with stuff. So, yeah, what I do is just, you know, grab some of this stuff. You know, I would say grab a brush or something, but I just do it with my bare hands here and just, you know, place it on top of there. you know, just rub it in. You know, rub it in. You don't need that much, but rub it in as much as you can. Now with this stuff, since it is coconut oil, it will get a little bit hard. And I'd say, you know, put it in the microwave for like 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Let it get soft. You know, you guys don't want to make it too hot. You guys are like, oh. You know, if you guys don't want to do this, you guys can definitely just use Goo Gone. Goo Gone, I've used that, you know, forever, and it works perfect. But like I said, I'm a huge DIYer guy, so I just like to make my own little remedies. And this is handmade, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna let that sit for 10 minutes, come back, wipe it off, and it should just be like magic. Rub this off. Oh, this is embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. Now let's say it like magic. You know what? It takes a little bit of elbow grease, but it comes off. This one, way better. I don't think I filmed this thing, but I basically took this thing off, and it was very sticky under there. So I'm basically gonna try to take off as much as the scratches on top that you can see. These scratches can come off. See the light right there? All those scratches, swirl marks, all that good stuff. This paint stuff here. All right, so the last thing I did yesterday was basically clean off the sticker here. And I got into a bit of an injury at work today. We were moving some steel angles, and my hand got stuck in between a couple of angles and just got wedged in there, kind of banged up. Nothing too severe. I just had to wrap it up because it was hurting me. Anyways, what I'm gonna do now is start cleaning up these scratches and, you know, kind of buff this thing out. So what I like to use, Turtle Wax Scratch Repair and Renew. This stuff is awesome, guys. I absolutely love this stuff. I used to use, actually, I first started using this, and then I was like, let me try something else. I tried using Meguiar Scratch X, but it's not as good as Turtle Wax. So this stuff is awesome. I mean, this stuff is good, but this stuff is awesome. And to polish everything off, once everything's done, I like to use Turtle Wax Super Hard Shell Finish. I love using car products on my guitars because it is a lot cheaper. If you guys go and, you know, get yourself like guitar polishing compounds and all that stuff, vary from where you get it from. But, you know, this stuff is multi-purpose. You guys can use this. I've used this on like plastics and glass and a bunch of stuff that have like scratches on it, and it buffs it right off. You know, so very multi-purpose, especially on guitar stuff. So if you guys actually like how this comes out, highly recommend you guys doing this. What I like to use, again, this is Ryobi, so don't make fun of me. But I'm gonna be using this on my drill. They got these buffing and polishing drill attachment sets. I bought in a bunch of these. I just keep losing them. But, you know, it's got the wool wheel, like the little wool pad, the correcting wool pad, and then they got the finishing wheel in here. So everything's in there what you need. So I'm just gonna get started. I'm gonna set this up. I'm not gonna do it in here because it's just gonna get this whole thing dirty. And I have done it in here in the past, and I've gotten compound all over my stuff. I've had to like clean this whole thing out. So I am gonna be taking this into my spray booth area and get started on it. Get started first with the wool pad here. And what I usually like to do is just get started and I put a little bit on the guitar here. Oh, forgot this one's brand new. Take that off. Put some on, oh shit! Don't do that. But you know, spread that around if you guys put too much. Like that. Do the first pass, and then we'll go from there. First one down. Now we're just gonna wipe this off. This is not gonna be super pretty. This is why you kind of need the light. So it looks a little bit hazy right there, right? But that's the purpose. I'm gonna do one more pass. So I'm gonna do this one first again, clean it up, Then I'm gonna pass this one right here, the correcting pad, and then show you guys what that looks like. It's gonna take some time, some elbow grease. So I'm gonna do the whole thing, 2-3 passes, and then go with the finishing pad and show you guys what that looks like. I just finished passing one little pass right here so I can show you guys with the finishing pad. It's less hazier right there compared to the top parts where the light goes. Obviously, I still need to pass it a few more times. In the back, that's gonna be a doozy. But the front, it's looking all right. It's looking good. And obviously, it's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be like, oh, like brand new. That's not the purpose of this. I'm only doing this on this guitar because this is probably like the most extreme case that I've seen. And I wanted to do it just to show you guys that it's possible to do it on something that's less extreme. You know, like something like little swirl mark. It's not as severe as this because this is pretty severe. And, it's doing a pretty good job. A couple more passes and it should be, in decent condition. Not perfect, like I said, it's not gonna be perfect. So I'm just gonna do the whole front and the whole sides and then get started in the back because I wanna see how this is gonna come out because this is crazy. I'm hoping that does come out as good as the front. What I got so far, not as good as I wanted to be, but whatever. I'm gonna get started in the back and I'm gonna just time lapse this whole thing. Okay, a little bit more, but it's looking a lot better. Am I right or am I wrong? All right, so now I'm gonna put some of this super hard shell finish onto this back. Oh, actually, I did the neck too. Not bad, not bad. Just gotta obviously clean up the fretboard. Put some of this stuff. Stuff is awesome too. Remember to use a different rag for this. You guys go to use this. If you guys use the same rag, you're not gonna be happy. So we're gonna grab some of this. There it is. It was perfect, but better than it was. All right, so now I'm gonna get started on cleaning up the hardware and like the pickups and everything. Take the pickups out from the pickup ring. See what kind of damage we have under here. Oh my God. Okay. I actually have some pickup tape, so I'm just gonna take this off and use a new one. And I'm actually gonna take off these screws and these poles so I can actually clean these out. So I basically just took off the screws and the pole pieces because I'm going to take off the rust from this. And this isn't necessary. If you guys want to restore a pickup, I guess you guys could do this. You guys don't have to do this if you guys are going to be cleaning up your guitars. This is just completely unnecessary. Again, I'm just showing you guys that it's possible to clean stuff like this. This pickup has been waxed, so that stuff down there is wax. Take all this off. What I'm going to be using is this right here. Rust dissolver. What I'm going to do once I clean off all that wax, I'm going to scrape off the rust and then put it in there for a couple seconds, or a couple minutes actually, and then the rust is going to come off. Show you guys real quick for doing that stuff, that just by passing a copper, like steel, I think you guys can even use steel wool brush or something like that, it just cleans off the rust dramatically. This thing was super rusted. It's not super shiny or anything, but from what it was, it's a lot better. Like, look at the spring right here. I'm just gonna pass this real quick on top, and most of the rust just comes right off. So I'm just gonna use some of this rust dissolver. Most of the rust came off, but I'm gonna shine them up a little bit. And what I like to use for that is some of this Brasso. Stuff is awesome for cleaning and polishing metals, stainless steel, chrome, aluminum, brass, bronze, copper, whatever. Put some right there. Put some on this wheel and just polish it. Oh my God. Not going to be super nice, but compared to what it was, again, I'm just going to do all that. I just kind of wanted to stop to show you guys what I do. This is the neck pickup, you know, screws, and then this is the bridge. Could use a little bit more cleaning, but it's fine. As you guys can see the difference, look at that. Compared to what it was, Jesus, man, that's a huge difference. So a little bit of rust dissolver, cleaning off the rust, polishing it with some of this, it'll look like a brand new pickup. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking, why would I do that to an Epiphone branded pickup? Like, if you guys have one of your favorite Seymour Duncans or DiMarzios or anything like that, and you guys want to make it look brand new again, you know, doing some of that, it's going to be awesome. I just got to clean this thing. This is the bridge pickup one. Yeah. So clean that off. Obviously, that's going to be pretty easy because there you go. guitar all together, wired everything up. What I'm gonna do now is clean the fretboard. So for this, I actually do use guitar products. I like to use F1 oil and this fine fret polish. So with this, I just, you know, put some of that on there, and then I pass the Dremel with the fret guard thing that comes with this little kit. And, you know, you could use the little cloth that comes with it, but I really love using my Dremel for a lot of things, but especially for this, because I just love, you know, just sitting back and relaxing and cleaning guitars, you know, watching some good videos, and I just love doing that. You know, if I'm over here like stressing myself out to like, and there's something I love more than getting a good energy drink, watching a good video, and cleaning up guitars after a long days of work. So I'm gonna get started on this and then go from there. It's not perfect, but there's some smudges there. I got sweaty hands, clammy hands, so it's pretty nasty looking if I touch it. You know, black gloss guitars, like fingerprint magnet, and I hate that about black guitars. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad, man. Like I wanted to do a better job, but at the end of the day, it's not really worth it, you know, for this kind of guitar. But for what it is, man, like, it's not pretty good, if I do say so myself. Now what I'm going to do, and I wasn't planning on doing this, is giving it a quick little demo of how this thing sounds. Because, you know, it's what I usually do when I have a guitar like this here. And, yeah. All right, so there it is, the Epiphone Les Paul Special 2. I wasn't planning on doing a full demo on this guitar. I just wanted to clean the guitar and show you guys how I go about cleaning guitars. But as I was cleaning it, I was like, you know what, man? Like, I actually have owned one of these in the past. Before having one of these guitars, my parents gave me a Squier starter pack, and I hated that guitar, man. I hated it so much because I was very into like punk rock, and I was going into like the metal scene. That guitar was like a 3 single coil guitar, and I couldn't even play anything with high gain because I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, I thought the guitar was messed up or something. So I absolutely hated single coil Strat guitars for the longest, because I'm like, anything like that, once I saw it, I was so turned off because I was like, ugh. Funny thing is that I actually really like Strat shaped guitars, but I'm not a single coil guy. You know, I do own a Fender Strat, and I only use it when I'm recording something clean. So it's rare for me to actually, you know, pull that guitar out and start playing with it because I really don't use it that much. With this guitar, since I actually owned this in the past and I actually did the whole sticker thing and I did everything that, like, you know, when I saw it, I was like, man, like, this was literally me. I had to do a demo for it, you know, in a way that like I would play back in the day. At the time, I was listening to the White Album, Avenged Sevenfold's White Album. So everything was like very downpicked and like catchy and melodic. I'm tired. Having a full-time job, staying up till 3, 4 in the morning, having to wake up again. This must be done. I didn't do like a full spec by spec guitar review of this guitar. I maybe do it, but I figured, you know, I'd rather do the cleanup and all that stuff, the maintenance of a guitar. It's not just this guitar itself. Just in case somebody's out there with a guitar that looks similar like this, and it has like stickers and it has, you know, scratches, and, you know, of course I couldn't get into the dings and all that stuff. Dings and scratches, that's all characteristics of a guitar. So, I'm so tired, bro. I'm so sleepy. One more and I'm done. So I hope you guys found this video useful in any way, shape, or form. If you guys are trying, you know, to clean up a guitar and you guys don't really know how to, or you guys want to try something new and not just like, you know, guitar products or anything like that. I found what I did a little bit interesting and you guys want to try it out, you know, go for it. It's funny because Nicole, she keeps telling me, don't stay up till 3 in the morning working on guitars. And here I am at 4:30 in the morning doing this. And prior to that, I was up pretty late cleaning this whole thing up. Meanwhile, I have work like in 2 hours. But when you're passionate about something and you love something so much, you know, you sacrifice and you kind of don't even notice. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. With that, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one. That's it, man. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking tired. I gotta go to sleep.